Did I just shut it off? Well, good afternoon. I am actually...
In a quarter mile, use any lane to turn slightly right onto I-76 East.
You heard that? That's where I'm at. So I'm crossing back over into New Jersey from Pennsylvania, just South Philadelphia, Camden waterfront, you know, that sort of an area. I'm headed down to Fazio's supply store. It's a industrial supply store.
At the light, use any lane to turn slightly right onto I-76 East.
So I'm slightly right, huh? I'm not taking slightly right.
Continue for 12 miles.
So anyways, I'm going to Fazio's. I'm going to pick up steel for a project that I'm doing. The project does not involve YouTube at all. It will eventually. It's just one of those top secret things that I cannot show because some scumbag will steal the process that I'm doing, and it will then turn into a lawsuit, which I don't want. So, yeah, I'm sorry you won't be seeing it on YouTube, but there's other things that I'll be doing on YouTube other than this. But I just figured I would show the Walt Whitman Bridge down here for those of you that are not from this area, from this part. Philadelphia is back there, right? Come around here. This is the old industrial complexes from years ago. And I mean, they're still functioning, some of these. That looks like an old power plant. Burning for freedom. See, there's a lot of kids climb up onto the top of that thing. I don't know what that was. But it is 20 degrees outside right now, so it's a good day to take a drive. And there's the cranes to offload. There's a ship there. They're offloading shipping containers. To be quite honest with you, I have never crossed this bridge that I can recall ever in my life, the Walt Whitman Bridge. Been across the Ben Franklin Bridge over there.
Welcome to New Jersey.
Welcome to New Jersey. Atlantic City East. I know I did send a girl, I was witness to a domestic violence, and this girl asked me for help, and I guided her down here. I told her to follow me. She gave me her phone number. I could call her. She got the ever-loving shit kicked out of her. It was when the internet was in its infancy, like internet dating, maybe 2005, 2006. And the guy even beat her dog up. That's how bad this violence was. So, anyway, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad. You beat the girl up, but then to beat the dog up, it was like this little teacup poodle or Shih Tzu or some damn thing. It wasn't a very big dog. The dog was physically injured, whether he kicked the dog or whatever. But whatever, drugs, alcohol involved, who knows. But anyways, that's the only time that I had any involvement with this bridge. I never crossed it. I just sent her here because she could take the Atlantic City Expressway and end up in Atlantic City because that's where she was from. I did get a phone call from a girlfriend of hers thanking me immensely because she went to the hospital and was going to be evaluated and kept for a day. That's how beat up she was. She wouldn't let me drive her anywhere. It's kind of, I didn't want to get that involved anyway, but I did help her out. But anyways, with that being said, I will meet you at Fazio's and you can see what kind of place that is. I don't know what these guys are doing, but they've got the lanes closed in the middle of the road. It wasn't like this when I came down, I don't think, but apparently it was. They're putting cement down on an expansion joint. Okay, so I'm just taking it easy, going down through the middle of Philadelphia. If you can look in the back, you can see I've got a pretty good clip of steel back there. I bought 300 feet of square tubing. 16 gauge, 300 foot 16 gauge square tubing. Okay, it's great. 1 by 1. I bought some flat iron, 1/4 inch flat, 1/8 inch flat, 4 inch, 3 inch, 1 inch, 1/4 inch, or 3/4 inch. And what else did I do? Yeah, because I got to make these things light. Yeah, so that's what I bought. $295 for that, which I was really pleased because I priced this locally. There was a local steel place. I say local, it was down in Pennington, New Jersey. Would have been close to $900. And I expected to spend somewhere around $500 for this. I was pleasantly surprised and quite pleased that it only cost me $295 and change. So that's all right. I'm happy with that. So anyway, I'll see you at the farm. All right, so I made it back from the city. I'll show you what I got. Steel wise, let's see if I can. Oh, you want to be a pain in the neck, huh? What are we doing here? Okay, so steel wise, I got one of these is quarter. Yeah, this is 1/4 by 4. That is 1/8 by 4. 1/8 by 1, 1/8 by 3/4, 3/8 round stock. That is a flat iron, and 300. What is there? 25 times 12. Figure that one out. It was supposed to be 300, but they came in 12-foot section. That's what it is. So all that steel, I had priced it online for a company that was closer to home here. I got up to close to $800, and it wasn't nearly as much. As a matter of fact, it was only half of the square hollow tubing, and it was like $800. And I said, you know what? And I needed a minimum of, but whatever. I decided I would go to Fazio's, Joseph Fazio. So if you know Joseph Fazio's and you're in New Jersey, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. It is the man store. It's not even the big boy store. Big boy store is somewhere else. This is a man store. You go in there, you can get anything from welding to bolts to stainless steel, shipbuilding stuff. But anyways, this morning, before I did that, this morning I had to go to John Deere, and I'll flip my camera around. I'll show you what I ended up buying there. I bought the new gearboxes for the windrower, and these are all put together already. You have right hand and left hand. This is an end one, I do believe. So an end one, is this an end? Yeah, this an end? Let's see. No, this is not an end. An end only has one gear, not two. So this one here, there's an end, there's a clockwise, and 2 counters. All right. So I did that. Right there, just too much money. And I got the part for the skid steer. All right, so here's the part to the skid steer. It is not fully put in. While I was off doing that job today, the boys were doing this. So Grant and Timothy were putting these in place. So this was all brand new, thankfully. It'll be all new. I'll be able to hook up to the bucket. I'll be able to hook up to everything. I will be here tomorrow I had Timothy put new grease zerks in the pins. These are just bolts. There's pins in here, but they are greased. Where are they greased at? Right here in the bottoms, right? So they'll grease in the bottoms, but this is all new bushings. This piece here was $2,200. I bought it under the 10% discount days. So I bought those 4 gearboxes, and this thing here, it cost me just over $10,000 today. Yeah, $10,000. It's like I shake my head. I wonder how anybody's going to make any money this coming year because the prices are so expensive. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm not fixing anything today because I'm just not fixing anything today. The boys were putting that on. So we've come into a problem. You can see these little bolts here, right? Well, those are nuts. And this thing here takes 4 of those, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. They are not on the new one. Well, you need that because this has the electronic disconnect, and that electronic disconnect needs to be guarded. Wow, I don't want to get cut up. But you can see them. Oh, come on. Right here. See? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over and I'm going to just nip these off. Boom, boom, boom. Then I'm going to come back over to this guy here, because this is the plate. This is the protector for that expensive, right there. This thing right here, that's an expensive electronic RAM. And it needs to be guarded. If you don't guard it, that's $1,100 10 years ago when I bought that. It was I had only owned this machine a couple of years before that thing failed, and I bought that one, and it was a replacement because the old ones were junk. So anyway, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take those nuts, I'm going to bolt them fast, right? We're going to tie it up where it belongs, clamp it where it belongs, and we'll hold it up to the new piece there, because none of those match up. I don't know what that's for. It's not for this. So they got them in the wrong spots. But I'm gonna tack them with the MIG welder. Then we'll pull the bolts off out of it and go ahead and weld it. But before I do that, obviously I'm gonna have to come up with an idea as to where it's at, so that I can take the paint off, because MIG welders and paint don't get along at all. So we got some shop work that's going to be happening in the next couple of days. Actually, it's going to be in the next few weeks. So I'm going to try to keep everything flowing the way it's supposed to, because I the stuff that I bought that steel whip for, you will not see. That is going to be off camera. It'll be going on, but it won't be. You're not going to see it, okay? Don't ask me stupid questions. Oh, here's another thing. Here's something. I'm not sure which YouTube viewer of mine sent me the torque wrench. I appreciate it. I really do. I do appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. The screwdrivers, next time put your name on the damn thing so I can recite who it is. I don't think it says so. Wait a minute, does it say? Let me get my spectacles on. I know I'm getting long-winded here. Hold on a second. And I don't want to reveal any information that may or may not be needed to be out on the interwebs, but no, it just says Walmart. So whoever sent this to me, I appreciate it very, very much. Yeah. Bill Sender. Yeah. Greenfield, Indiana. So whoever sent this, I appreciate it very much. I mean, you didn't have to. I appreciate it very much, though. I mean, you wouldn't believe. People send me stuff sometimes, and it's like useless crap. But that was very well thought out. And I know you don't expect anything more than me to use them, and you see me using them. And thank you, because I will be using them. The other thing, and I think it's the same person, because you don't put your name on anything. You just send me a text message. Oh, by the way, I'm sending you this. There's a floor jack around here. Oh, here it is. You sent me this beautiful floor jack, a 3-ton floor jack, right? I know the boys are going to try and screw it up. But yes, I appreciate all this stuff. This is great. I like I say, you don't have to. I appreciate it very much, and I'm floored that people think that much of me to send me this stuff. It's amazing. And it will be used. Everything will be used that is sent to me. It always is. The only thing that I've ever gotten that I don't use, really honestly, that I don't use, is this weird ass, I think it's over here. I can't figure out how, it doesn't work for me. It's a tire changing gizmo. Is this it? Is this it here? What is this? Yeah. This is part of it. It's this, don't ask me how this effing thing works. I have no clue. Right? So, I don't know how that works. And there's more to it. There's more of it. Where is that other thing? I got so much crap in this shop. That can go. But there's another thing. It's got a yellow handle on it. And it's got this weird looking yoke. It's got like this two prongs on it with plastic wheels. I looked online to see how it works, and oh, they sent me. I use it, but we keep them in weird places because this is the type of shit that'll grow legs and walk away. See that yellow tank? That yellow tank was from someone. The same guy sent me that for to inflate tires without using ether. But that big yellow thing, I might have got pissed at it and threw it. I don't know. But yeah, whatever that is, I have no clue. I hear air leaking or water, something dripping. Where is that thing now? Now it's going to bug me. I don't throw stuff away, if you didn't know. I just don't throw stuff away. It has to be here because that piece is there. It's got to be back here. You know, things do walk away from this shop from time to time. I can tell you that, and I don't know who's the culprit, but they do disappear, and it's for changing truck tires is what they are. But it's weird. It's got this weird yoke. Anyway, I'm done talking about it. Again, thank you very much for sending me that. Appreciate it. And if I see that weird ass thing, which I'd like to see it because I want to show everybody this weird thing that I've never been able to figure out. And I'm not stupid. It's just, it's like, it's easier for me to go get a pair of, not a pair, but a breaker bar or a tire iron and do that than it is to learn new tools that make it look like it's 10 times harder than it has to be. But anyway, yeah, there you go. Have a nice night. All right, here it is. Got it all. Let me get my camera in the right position. Got it all new. I think I showed that it was made in Mexico, so John Deere has definitely moved this production to Mexico. I know they did. They decided that Iowa workers were too expensive to keep, so they decided they would just go and get inferior products made by inferior manufacturing down in Mexico. And y'all can say that I'm a racist or a bigot or whatever the hell you want to call me. It's fine. I'll take it because I think American workers and American-made stuff is the best on the planet. And when you farm it out to other countries, minor countries, not actual manufacturing giants that actually care about the products that they make, because we were made here, we use them here, and we could sell them all over the world for, you know. But anyways, it's just a company's decision. What I've done is I've had Grant didn't order new pins, but they were not terrible in there, but we did put new bushings in the ends of the cylinders. Not that they really needed them. Usually keep up pretty good with the greasing program, like what Tim's doing. I won't show you what he's doing here because it's not bright enough back there, but I had Timothy replace all of the grease zerks. These are all brand new grease zerks, even these. Changed the grease. Where the heck is that thing? Where are you? There it is. The grease zerk that's under there, all brand new. The reason I had him do that was because they wear. There's hoses and they wear on them, and then they don't make a good seal, and you're just wasting grease. And you know, when you're wasting grease, you're just not putting it where it belongs. So that included the new piece back here. They're all brandy spanking new. That's new. That's new. So everything's new. He's just about done. Taking grease just fine, right?
Yeah.
Did you put them on the ends of the upper parts of these cylinders, or did you miss those? Huh?
I got this.
All right. Well, he's going to start it up here in a minute, and he'll start it up, and well, he can grease them first. I want to see him take grease and see how they go. A lot of the when you grease these before, the grease would come out the back side here, but there's new seals that went in there. He did put the new seals in, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. And he's got his Milwaukee grease gun. I have a Milwaukee grease gun as well. Those work better than the DeWalt's. Do you agree?
Yes, because of the 2-speed.
It's a 2-speed, and you can set the number of pumps. See that? You can set the number of pumps. Go ahead and hit it. It'll do 8 pumps, and then it'll shut off. See? It counts them. It's amazing. I like that because you don't blow the bearings out.
Yeah, and especially it's good for
The seals,
trucks, too.
not the bearings, the seals. No, I really like that grease gun. I've got one too. What the heck? Is it going to take that much grease?
That's coming out the back.
Oh, is it? I didn't see any. Are you sure? Oh, it's coming out the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, these bushings. So a little bit of slop in the pin isn't going to be terrible. I don't mind the. Did he put new seals in there too, or no?
No, they didn't. They're just bushings.
Those are just bushings, no seals. Oh yeah, that made a big difference. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, she's good. I'm not feeling anything. Did it come out?
Yeah.
You get the back one. And then you've only got the other two on the top. So that'll be all nice and new, and we'll be able to actually go do work with it instead of worrying. These had worn so severely. That no matter what we were doing, they would break off. They would slip off. The bucket would slip off. The bottoms here, the faceplate here, were broke out here, and you couldn't disconnect. You could not disconnect the. What do you call it? You could not disconnect the bucket or whatever you were using, whether it was the pallet forks. They wouldn't disconnect. It was a real pain in the ass. So it was just time to do it. I broke it when I was working in the woods. I was cleaning the woods out, and it just broke out for the last time. I said, you know what? I'm done. Let's just buy the new faceplate and the new bushings and stuff, and we did. So that's good.
Hands-free.
Huh?
Hands-free also.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. You could totally waste a tube of grease pumping it out on the ground. Hands-free. The DeWalt does not do that, which is terrible, but it is what it is. Now I'm going to let him finish greasing up, and then we're going to put a bucket on. Yeah, bucket.